Hi everyone. In this video, I will show you 5 simple text effects in Canva that will make your designs look amazing and stand out. All right, our first text effect that we want to look at is drop shadow. And so what you want to do after you get your text on screen, as you can see, we have our nice cool dude here on screen. We want to select our text and then we're going to go to effects. And then we're going to select drop shadow. And what that's going to do is that's going to put a shadow or a duplicate behind the text. That's a shadow. But as you can see, it's you can't see it because it makes it a duplicate of the color that it is on the screen. So what we want to do is we want to make that darker. I usually select black, and as you can see, when you select black, that really makes that text stand out. And because the dog is white, you can really see that text a whole lot better with that drop shadow. And with the drop shadow, you can also change the intensity of it. You can increase it, or you can make it less intense, or the transparency is less intense. And I think that 50 that looks pretty good. But that's one cool effect that you can use on your text to make your text stand out on your graphics. All right, our second text effect that we want to look at is lift. And again, we have our text on screen and we want to select our text, which is already selected. And then we're going to go to effects again, and then we're going to select lift. And of course, once we select lift, as you can see, it puts like a kind of a puffy, cloudy effect around our text, which you can really makes it allows you to see it a lot better. And with this, just like drop shadow, you can increase the intensity of it. As you can see, it makes the cloud a little cloudier or darker. And of course, you can make it less intense. But using the intensity and using this effect really helps your text to stand out. And so this is another cool text effect that you can use in Canva to make your text stand out and look amazing. All right, our third text effect that we're going to look at is layers. And for layers, what we want to do is we want to select the text. And what you're going to do with layers is you're going to actually hold down the Alt key, select your text, and then you're going to drag down. And that's going to create a duplicate of your text. And so what you want to do is, because they're both white, you want to change the color of one of your layers that you just created. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of this. I'm just going to make it blue so that it kind of matches the theme of this photo. And we're going to change that to blue. Now, because I want the blue text or the blue layer to be behind the white. Right now, as you can see, it's above it. So I want the blue to be behind it, which is going to kind of give it a drop shadow effect. But what we want to do is we want to go to position, and we want to select backward. And that's going to put that blue layered text behind our white text. And as you can see, it's going to make it look like a really nice drop shadow effect. But that looks really good. Actually, I like this effect probably best out of the ones we've already looked at. I like this. It makes it look really good. Of course, it like I said, it fits the theme of this photo with all the blue and all of that. And of course, you got the lake in the background with our cool dude here, but that looks really good and amazing. And so again, this is another cool effect you can use in Canva to make your text stand out. All right, for our fourth effect that we want to look at here in Canva, it's actually not going to deal with the text, but it's going to actually affect the actual graphic or the photo in this. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually change the photo so that the text stands out. And the effect we're going to use is the blur effect. And so what you want to do is you want to select your graphic. And once you do that, you want to select edit photo. And then you're going to go to the blur effect. And so what we're going to do is we're going to increase the blur so that, as you can see, the text stands out more than our cool dude or the dog in the photo itself. But for me, because you can't really you can tell what it is slightly, but you can't really see the image, I guess, per se, or make it out. I would suggest using a drop shadow or some type of lift effect on the photo so that you can decrease the intensity and so that it stands out more. Now, you can add like a slight blur effect, but I think it looks good or better with like a lift effect and you increase the intensity. And of course, with that, you won't have to use as much blur effect on your photo. So to me, that's, I'll let you be the judge, but that's what you can do. But again, the blur effect on the photo is just another way you can help your text stand out and look great on your graphic. All right, our fifth and final effect that we're going to look at here in Canva for our text is going to be background effect. And what you're going to do for the background effect is you're going to select your text, you're going to go to effects, and you're going to select background. And what that's going to do is that's going to put a background behind your text. Now, depending on your photo, it may or may not look good like this. This doesn't really mesh well with this photo. So again, this effect, just depending on your photo, it may or may not fit the photo. But I think one thing you can do if you're going to use the background effect is you can change the transparency of it so that it doesn't look or stand out as much as it does. Also, like with this photo, I would change the color so that it kind of fits the photo. And as you see, when I change that to blue, it doesn't look as obvious with that dark color, but it looks a whole lot better. Also, you can reposition this, right? So like for this photo, I would probably put this like maybe up here in the corner just so that it doesn't stand out or look as obvious. And of course, right there, to me, that looks a whole lot better than a black background, and it just kind of cover up this dog here. So like I said, with the background effect, you just want to kind of maybe play around with it and see what's the best position for it. And like I said, you can change the size of your text and all of that just to make it look a lot better. So the background effect is just, again, that's another great effect that you can use to help your text stand out and look amazing on your graphics that you create in Canva. So that's our final effect that we're going to talk about in this video. If you enjoyed and got value out of this video, by all means, hit the like button. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any Canva tutorials or videos that we upload. As always, we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.